And meanwhile, the Adamawa Ward Congress Committee of the All Progressives Congress has passed the vote of confidence on the officials conducting a free and fair Congress in the 226 wards across the 21 local government areas of the state. This was disclosed by the Chairman Adamawa Ward Congress Committee of the party in Yola, who deployed and oversaw the just concluded APC Wards Congress in the state.
Election at the Congress. A. Consensus. All party positions prescribed or implied by the party's constitution as above stated for the Congresses shall be filled by democratically conducted elections. As the respective Congresses, however, for peace and harmony, the party encourages emergence of candidates through consensus in the first instance, provided that where a candidate has emerged by consensus for an election position, a vote of yes or no by ballot or voice shall be called.
But the recent exercise proved otherwise, that we have a community of APC membership in Adamawa State that have shown maturity and that shows so much understanding and so much passion for the love of the party, and that are willing to make sacrifices in order to ensure that exercises of the party go on very smoothly within the state. We don't expect anything different. For the first 48 hours or 72 hours that we have been in Adamawa State, the expectations have been very high and the responses have been very cordial.
All right, now let's turn to Sonny Moniedafe, a chieftain of the All Progressive Congress in Adamawa State, and he's also an aspirant for the position of the national chairman. Good to have you with us.
Thanks for having me. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Some appraisal and good mention for your party there. Are you as impressed as well?
Well, luckily for me, I was in Yola. And point of correction, the first speaker was the chairman. He's chairman of the Congress Committee. Is Professor Saidu. The one that spoke next is the Secretary, Dr. T.O.E. Ekeji.
Ekeji, yeah.
Secretary.
That's all right.
Now, I am from Adamawa Ward in Jamaica, Yola. The old clerks quarters and European quarters. We had a meeting with the stakeholders, and the National Vice Chairman Northeast, Professor Tahir, told us the plan. As much as possible, have a consensus. In Adamawa Ward, all 27 plus 5 delegates to local government, 5 to state, but taken by consensus, and there was no problem there. Yes, there were hiccups. People were trying to impose, but we said no way. They left us with it. But I know that in Lima Ward, across from my ward, whatever, across the road, Lima Ward, they had to have elections for this ward chairman. And as that, when I left, the results was being expected. But seeing the professor and Dr. Kechi, the chairman and secretary, respectively, I believe they will continue with the good job they are doing. And while we were having the stakeholders meeting with the ward committee on Friday, the 2 members of the House of Reps, Yusuf Buba, Hong Gombi, and Abdulrazak Namdas, they came in and told us that they had done their own congresses without any problem. Now, definitely, there were problems, but I don't have facts.
Okay, good. I mean, that you're admitting that there were problems like consensus. How democratic is that? Is what a lot of opponents will be asking. And secondly, your constitution is clear, even in the face of consensus, that there must be a yes or no affirmation. Did you have that?
We did. Now, you see, all these things are up to the party members. If any party member complains, then there's a basis to take it up. Every place I was aware of, there was that requirement. In Lima Ward, the other 26 positions and the 5 delegates to local government, 5 to state, there was no problem. Affirmed with a yes or no vote. It was the chairman. There was a problem, and there was a vote. So in Adamawa State, we met the expectation.
So is it a question of silence construes agreement?
No, you see, you cannot expect 100% all over the place. It's not possible. There are bound to be differences, but differences are meant to be resolved. APC has resolved so many problems in the past, and this is not beyond us. But in my ward, before I left this afternoon, we had our ESCO in place at the ward level. Across from me, Lima Ward, it was a done deal. In fact, Ajia Ward as well, Jambutu Ward, those four I can confidently that we all agreed upon. There are problems.
Okay. Sonny, you don't seem to have monitored, the situation nationwide, where there are rancors in some states and the rest. But you want to weigh this Saturday's Ward Congress against the topsy-turvy of the legality of this caretaker committee or otherwise.
Now, you see, I'm not a lawyer. I will be making a big mistake if I even try to say anything. All I know is that we have two different opinions, for and against. The Attorney General of the Federation said we can go ahead, backed by some lawyers. Festus Keyamo said we cannot. I saw one, the former legal advisor, the man from Lagos State, I forgot his name, saying that it was not right because the law does not allow it. I'm not a lawyer. I know that we did what we need to do because we can't have a vacuum.
Was that for political expediency?
Not expediency.
All right. Just
to make sure that
thanks so very much, Sonny Moniedafe. Wish we have more time to interrogate this issue, but it's
I'm
still
available
a pleasure
anytime.
having you here always.